Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make some sourdough chocolate chip cookies. So let's get started. All right, so first things first, we're gonna need some flour. We also got some sugar here. We got vanilla extract, pure vanilla extract. This is my active sourdough starter. And then I got some chocolate chips. I've melted some butter. We got some eggs. We got baking powder as well as baking soda and some salt. So we're going to mix all the ingredients in. We're gonna start with a wet batter here, and then we have like a dry batter. All right, so for the dry mixture, we're gonna use 340 grams of all-purpose unbleached flour. Oh, went a little overboard on the flour. All right, there we go, 340 grams. Next, we're gonna take 5 grams of baking powder. I probably should have zeroed out the scale, but it's all good. All right, so there we go, 5 grams of baking powder. I'm gonna zero out the scale, and we're gonna do 5 grams of baking soda. Okay, there we go, 5 grams of baking soda. I'm gonna zero that out. And we're gonna do 5 grams of salt. Whoop, went a little overboard there. All right, let me see if I could pinch out a little bit of salt. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. So we got the salt. All right, so that is our dry mixture. One thing I forgot to mention is that I also use light brown sugar as well as regular sugar. All right, so for the wet mixture, we are gonna start with 200 grams of light brown sugar. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna zero out the scale, and then we're gonna put 100 grams of white sugar. There we go. Actually, I believe it's 133 grams of white sugar. A little far. There we go. Okay, so that, and then we pour in the butter mixture, or the melted butter. And then also gonna put in 140 grams of active starter. All right, there we go. And then we're gonna zero out the scale, and I'm gonna do 8 grams of pure vanilla extract. Okay. And then last but not least, I'm going to put in 2 egg yolks. All right, so now I'm going to mix this all up. All right, this is what the wet mixture should look like once you get it all mixed in. And now I'm going to add in the dry mixture. And I'm gonna mix this all together. It takes a minute, as you can see. It looks like it's like all kind of separating, but honestly, once you keep mixing, you're gonna get like a cookie dough consistency. It just takes time to kind of get there. The biggest thing about this is you wanna just make sure that you get all that flour incorporated in the mixture. You're gonna see these chunks of like, chunks of light brown sugar. And that's okay, honestly. Like, you could just keep that in there, and it'll once you actually make your cookies, you'll still see that in there, and it'll kind of just like melt in the cookie while it's baking. So that is totally fine. All right, so that is what it's looking like, and now we're going to add in our chocolate chips. And we're just going to mix that all in there. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to actually wrap this up and put this in the fridge for a few hours, and then I'm going to bake it. All right, guys, I have my cookie dough here. It's been in the fridge for a good 8 hours now. And yeah. So I have my scale here, and I'm gonna weigh each cookie to be about 40 to 45 grams. All right, so up. Let's do 45. I think that's a good estimate. All right, close enough. Okay, and then going to just kind of roll it into a ball like that, smooth it out. All right, after I got it rolled up into a ball, I'm going to transfer it over here to my baking sheet. And the most important thing to do is to just keep, like, don't make them too close to one another. So you want to kind of put some space. So in this sheet in particular, I'll probably only put like six cookies on here. So, all right, guys. So I have the cookies ready to go. It is going to go inside the oven, which has been preheating at 350 for a good 20 minutes. It's going to go there. I haven't perfected the time yet, but it has been within the range of 12 to 14 minutes. So let's see how long these will take. Alright guys, I took them out. I think they were in there a little bit longer than expected. I thought the last time that I did it, it was from 11 or 12 to 14 minutes. But those cookies were actually a little bit bigger. These ones are a little smaller. So I left it in there for 11 minutes. I probably would have taken it out a little bit earlier, to be honest. But that's only the first batch. We got multiple batches to go. All right, so here's another test run. I left this in for about 10 minutes. And also one thing I forgot to mention was that I actually use a cooling rack to let the cookies cool in there for about 5 minutes. All right guys, all the cookies are good to go. All right guys, I have a special guest to do a taste test. Here's the cookie. And as you can see, it's crispy on the outside and then it's really soft on the inside. So I'm gonna do a little break apart. Look at that. All right, here you go.
Thank you.
That's good. What do you think?
You really taste the butter in there. I didn't taste a piece of chocolate, but you could really taste the butter. It's there.
Yeah.
And it's a combination of soft and crunchy.
Yep.
Which I like.
One thing that was I started to notice was the times. Was before I said it was like 12 to 14 minutes, but I think 11 to 13 minutes was really a better range for my oven. It really just depends on your oven. So I think once you start to notice kind of like a crusting on the outside or a browning, that's when I just like pulled it out and put it straight on the cooling rack. So, but overall, these taste delicious. Can't wait for my coworkers to try them. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. We are actually in the process of cleaning right now. So we're gonna go back to that, but stay tuned for more baking content. See ya.